This post is for the fathers that are being put on child support, not sperm donors, but the fathers. Once these women go down to this courthouse and they put you on child support for no other reason than because they can, or because they're bitter, or because you moved on, or because they're pocket watching and they don't like the fact of how happy your life is and the fact that they have to actually be a mother. I don't care if the judge allots them $36 a month. Once they go down there and they fight tooth and nail and go through all of the loopholes and BS that it takes for them to get you on child support, don't you do anything extra. The judge, the man who went to school to make logical decisions based upon who should get what, he did all the paperwork, all of the research. He's in that position to say, this is all this man should be doing. And that is all you should be doing, not 1 red cent more. Whatever the judge deems that's what she gets, that's all that you do. Because she went out of her way. You're not a sperm donor, you're a father. But because she feels like she doesn't like what you're doing or how you're doing it, she wanted to make your life a living hell, that's cool. I hope that you get everything you need from that judge's judgment. Am I lying?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Hey, what's going on, family? It's time for No Picks Podcast.
Hey guys, Angie here.
All right, so Angie, what do you think of my man's comments on child support and not doing anything more if you take your man? That's actually being a
father, right? Yeah. So this, right. All right. So I hear him, right, and I do think I know men who are great fathers who have been down this road, right, and it's unfortunate. It is a bitter get back move on the mother's part, right? And I do disagree with it. I think that it is messed up because I've seen men go down there and have been treated like guilty until proven innocent. Like as soon as you walk through that joint, it's bad, right? For those people who are fathers and who do their due diligence. And I think that should be that should definitely be something that should be looked into. Like men should be given a fair chance to show that they are doing the right thing, right? So I hear where that's coming from.
Right.
If you're a father who's doing, all the things, and then she does that, and then the judge awards 36. He just threw a number out there, $36.
Right. Yeah, $36.
And I hear that that's all you do, but who are you? Who's getting the real? Who's being penalized for real? Like, yeah, it's going to cost her more to do said thing, assuming that she has the means to do that, right? It's going to be inconvenient for her, but if she doesn't, then your child is going to be the one to suffer. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, B, I do want to like only give you what, because you went out of your way to inconvenience me. Right. Now you salty. Now you only getting $30.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like you're kind of shortchanging your child, possibly. And I'm speaking for women who really do need the support and need the money, right? Yeah. So it has potential to blow back on the child.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Is the flip side of what I'm thinking. So I wouldn't. Yeah, it's one of those things that I would. If I was a father and I knew that was the case, I would feel the way he does, but I wouldn't be able to not support my child. Now, I would move differently. Like, I would be a proponent of, but my child would have all the things that I need to take care of him with me. And when he's not with me, like, that's how 50-50 it would be.
Right.
Like, I know women who literally will, send, taking sneakers off the child's feet at the door. Like, oh, okay, now you clothe them like I do every day. You do all the things. And
that's fair.
So, yeah.
I don't disagree. So what he said, I agree with. I agree with 100%. This is the messed up thing about the whole court system as far as men go, right? Women can't relate. But as far as men go, they treat all of us, all of fathers, as if we are the scummiest of the
Scum.
scumbags,
Yes,
right?
I agree.
So like there's no like consideration for fathers that are actually there and have been in their kid's life or whatever, because they just take the word of the mom, right? So when I
Yep.
went, and my ex whatever was like, yo, like, you know, she they just take her word for it. They're like, you know, he makes this amount of money. Like so when I went, I had to bring all my financial documents, right? And she didn't have to bring anything. They just took her word for it. The only reason they made her bring something is because I happen to have a lawyer with me. So the lawyer did the lawyer shit and was like, okay, cool. Like, you got to bring this stuff. So, but I had to pay money for the lawyer. She didn't have to have a lawyer. So she didn't have a lawyer. So the fucked up part is, if neither one of us would have had a lawyer, right? I would have still had to bring my documents, my W-2, my pay stubs for the multiple jobs. And she was just able to just say, hey, this is what I make $87,000 a year.
Right.
And they didn't verify with her at
Fact
all.
check. Yeah.
So she could be making 200 grand a year,
Yeah.
and they just like, okay, cool. If you say you make 87, you make 87. It's cool. Like, we believe you, we trust you. But when it was up to me, they like, all right, where are your documents, nigga? Like, what's up? Like, what's your social?
Right.
So they looking up stuff on John, like they like, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, it was a very lopsided situation. They didn't know either one of us. You feel what I'm saying? So they didn't know me or her. They just was like, listen, the burden of proof is on him, and it's unfair. So she can say whatever, and they're going to believe her, and it's unfair.
Yeah.
So me being like, you know, like, I'm like, son, anybody who knows me knows I go hard as shit for my kids, right? I don't play at all with this shit. Like, they are my priority, right? And so when you hit me with that, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'm not giving you anything more now, and so I agree with him on that aspect. But when I'm with them, I provide for them as if you don't exist. So when they're with me, I'm like, okay, cool. They got this, they got that. I'm taking them whatever. If I take them to the beach or something like that, I don't ask old girl for any money at all, or expect any money from her, and I never have, right? And so they got their own clothes, they got whatever it is. The situation is like, listen, I'm here. I'm going to make sure that happens. But on the flip side, it's like, I'm like, listen, I'm not. If you need anything on your end, I'm not giving you nothing else. I'm like, this court ordered money is what you're getting, and I'm not giving you a cent more, because for a guy like me who goes hard and I don't play by my kids, it's a slap in the face, because it's like you're treating me as the guy who doesn't take care of his kids. You're treating us the same way, and you know that's not what it is. And because the court system is so in favor of women as far as that goes, I never had a shot.
Right.
So cool. I'll give you this money that they're saying, but I'm not give you. And in her defense, she hasn't asked, because she already know what type of time it is. She knew how offended I would be once I got that paperwork in the mail.
Right.
So she wouldn't open up her fucking mouth to say be like, oh, I need this or I need that, because I'm gonna be like, good luck. May the spirits be with you, or whatever cool phrase I think of when I get a text. I'll be like, okay, congratulations, you played yourself. Like, whatever I feel like saying. But no, this is like a serious thing. And for men, it's for a guy like me, it's an absolute slap in the face. I'm extremely offended. So now I'm like, okay, cool. But she knows that. So she would never say anything to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, her best bet is to, you mean, make me say something to me like, okay, well, I need this or I need that, and to appeal to me directly.
Right.
Because if she say something to me, that's dead. That's dead on arrival. I'm not playing them games at all. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yo, you got me fucked up. You know what I mean? Because like, you treat me like it's such a slap in the face. And I don't think it's something that women can really relate to, because y'all typically win in these situations. But it's like, bro, like a dude, like, there's no reward in the court system for being a good father. There's no reward.
Yeah. Yes, I mean, I don't have a rebuttal, because I totally agree. I think that it is unfair. I think that there should be some type of, like, something done on behalf of fathers like you, and I know more good dads than I do scumbags, right? And I've seen good fathers turn into the type of guy, like, you don't want to do that, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to be like that, but it's like you have to become callous and defend yourself almost, because
Right.
it's like it's you against the world.
The whole system.
Like
It's
literally
the
the
whole
whole
system is
system.
against you.
Yes, like you walk
And
in
she
there
knows, but it's
guilty.
like she's not gonna advocate for you because she hates you and she wants you to die, like right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like so she's not gonna advocate on your behalf. She's not gonna be like, oh, he's a good dad. He has his kids 15 days out
Yeah.
every single month. You know what I mean? Like,
Uh-huh.
but she's gonna be like, okay, when the judge be like, okay, cool. She'll be like, well, I don't really remember but it's all based off her testimony and her, you know what I mean, what she feels like she
Yeah, and it's
believes.
crazy, and that's exactly why. And like I said, it's unfortunate, but you should, as a man or as a father, you have to literally like keep receipts. Like you have to really, you can't just do things on a whim, because it could literally come back and like bite you. Like
Right.
if a woman decided to be petty enough and put the child aside and put her feelings in the forefront, some men could really get fucked over big time, like
Like
big time.
the part of this that pisses me off the most is that the good dads get penalized. The
Hmm.
bad dads, listen, I'm sure them niggas is like, all right, cool, like whatever. You mean like,
Right.
and the system should be, but I guess there's no way to I guess, you know, verify who's good and who's bad, right? I guess without the mom's
Well, I
testimony.
think that for starters, I think that what I've learned in from experience in like in the past and dealing with like guys who have had issues like this, um the and correct me if I'm wrong, the child support courts and custody courts are two different entities.
Yeah,
Like they
they
don't,
are.
and they should.
They should,
Like,
yeah.
we don't give a fuck how you having them 15 days out of the month. Because I've seen situations where men have had their children like for the summer and they still have to pay child support. Like the baby's right here next to me and they're still paying the mom child support. That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Um, so for starters, I think that custody and child support those courts should not only be intertwined, like they should have a very good relationship with
Right.
one another, because that in and of itself is crazy to me. Like I don't know.
Nah.
But
Yeah.
and
It's
then those who are scumbags, those are the ones who aren't really probably making money. If they are, it's off the books.
right.
So you can take me to child support all you want. All you getting is $50 a month. And that's just that.
Yeah.
So it is unfortunate for those who are doing the right thing, but then there's those who are not.
Yeah.
Right? And then there's those who go out of their way to not do the right thing, and for that you should be penalized. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen, I don't know the answer for it. I don't have the silver bullet, but I agree with him. I agree with him. If you're a present father and all that stuff, like don't ask me for nothing more. And then when he turned 18, don't say nothing. Like, I mean, like, so I got a coworker or whatever that says that not even just a coworker, but like there's multiple men I know in my life that says
mhm.
that there's this phrase that I've heard, and these dudes don't even know each other, right? So I work in the Social Security office, you know that. And there's dudes I know a dude I know I work in the Social Security office, a couple dudes I know in the Army, and these people don't know each other. But there's this
Right.
phrase that they say when you know they're on child support and stuff. They say this. They say they say they say they say when the kid turns 16, that's when these bitches want to be your friend. Because they see the fucking end of the road, right? So it's like, so basically they would so if I'm paying you $1,000 a month, right, from the time the kid is 2 up until whatever. So you like whatever. So say you make, you know, $2,000 a month, right? But my $1,000 makes it $3,000 a month. And so, but over time, you start to think of that money as your own. You don't think of it as like, oh, this is extra. Your income is $3,000 a month, not
Mhm.
$2,000 plus 1,000 for your
Right. You're
kid.
living like
You're
you make three
living like
grand a month.
you make $3,000 a month, right? So you got you got a different car, you got a different house. Your whole lifestyle is different because you have an extra $1,000 every single month,
Right.
right? But when the court starts sending you these letters, like, you listen, you got 24 months left, you got 12 months left, you got they get real friendly. He was so the guys were like, yo, they start texting you like, hey, is everything okay? Because they're trying to set up the environment to where like it's okay to ask you for money after they take you off the paper after they take you off the
All
paperwork.
right.
Even though regardless of the allegations I made to get the money throughout these
To get
years,
right.
the problem is my income is going to be severely because with change. I mean, you still have the same job and all that stuff that you've had through all these years. You're just going to get $1,000 less than what you're used
Less.
to.
Right.
So now you're like, oh shit. So that's what they say. Like, yo, these bitches get real friendly when your kid turns 16 because they mean like they're trying to be your friend. Then before,
Right.
from 2 years old to 15 years old, there was like he's a scummy, said a scumbag. I need to keep my kid 7 days a week because he's a danger to him, and this and that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but now you want to be my friend.
Right. Right.
How interesting. Now
I
you're
mean,
trying
but by then though, the kid is asking you directly. Like even growing up, like I grew up, my dad took care of me, like financially for the most part. I lived with my dad. I had a relationship with my mom, but I knew who was taking care of me, right?
right.
And it was my dad. Shit, he was taking care of both of us. My mom, I mean, they had a healthy relationship. Like he took care of both of us. Um, it's a weird dynamic because she had a man, but whatever. Like she had her claws sunk into my dad. Like he was like paying her bills and shit. Like she was like, and I was in college, like literally. But anyway, yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess you try to set up a situation where you can call because, like I said, the kids are. I'm calling my own dad. Like what? Like I don't
Right.
know what it
Right.
is to talk about. What do we need to talk about? Child's father and the child got his own phone.
But she
His
still got bills.
I can't imagine a world where where the mother of my partner or yeah, it would have to be like the mother of a child that's I was dealing with called and asked for something that had nothing to do with the child.
But she's always going to frame it as if it has something less like, okay, well, she just needs the money, so she can make up any story. Like I could, we got to do this, we got to camp this or camp that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, listen, let me say this. My thing is this: if I wasn't on child support, I would do more. So
More
listen,
than the courts are asking?
yes, absolutely. I think that's where women who have been now. This is assuming that the man is a present father and gives a fuck about
Right.
his kids. If my son wants to go to football camp and a football camp is $3,000,
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you $1,500.
Right.
And if my child support is $800, that's all you're getting because I'm not giving you anything else.
But now he doesn't go to camp.
No, well, it's your responsibility because you made it.
I hear you. I hear you, and I agree with that. But now he doesn't go to camp.
Okay, that's a problem, and a person like me will say this to your face. Like I would have given you the $1,500 if I wasn't on the child support. However,
Correct.
I'm not giving you a cent extra because I'm on the child support.
Would you give it directly to the camp?
No, I'm not giving. Listen, as long as I'm on child support, I'm not giving you anything more than what the child support order tells me to give you. If I'm not on child support, then I will. So what I would say to her is, if she ever came to me with this, I'll be like, listen, there's no conversation to be had until you take me off child support. If you take me off child support, we can have all these conversations and we can, go 50-50 on all this stuff and take care of all this shit. But if you don't, I'm giving you nothing else.
Right.
And that's just the end of it. Right. Because again, I'm offended that there's paperwork with my name on it saying I got to pay child support.
Yeah.
Because I'm a good father.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, yeah.
There's nothing else. Like for me, there's nothing. I'm like, okay, well, if you say, oh, well, he can't buy a car, and I'm like, okay, well, these are decisions that you yourself made. Don't look at me because he couldn't have these experiences. You decided that you would rather go to Dubai with the $800 I was giving you. That's up to you. That's not a me problem. So for me, the shit is easier when you get put on child support when you're a good dad. Because it's like, okay, cool. It's harder when you're not a good dad, because it's like, I wasn't gonna give you that money at all. You know what I mean? But it's
Right.
like,
Then it becomes an inconvenience. Right.
but you as the parent, what type of time your baby dad, ex-husband, whatever is on. And if you put him on that, you got to know the consequences of that. Because a nigga like me, I'm not playing that shit. Like, I'm like, okay,
Right.
okay, cool. But when the kids are with me, listen, I'm not depriving them of nothing. I'm gonna go to your mom for this. No, we going to restaurants.
Right.
We going to Six Flags. Whatever we decide to do,
Right.
I'm not asking her for nothing. I'm not. They got clothes here and all that shit. I'm not asking her for nothing. However, if you want them to do some shit, that's on. If it costs more than what I'm giving you, figure it out. Go sell some drugs. Go roll some dice. I don't know what to tell you. So no, I agree with the bull, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't disagree. I just don't know what I would do when the kid comes if the kid came to me like, I really want to do said thing.
If it's me, I'm doing it. Like, I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. Like, even though I hate you and I wish you die,
Right.
I'll be like,
Because if
okay,
she
like,
calls you like, yeah, camp is this,
I'm
and
like,
it's
okay, go fuck yourself. I'm be like, I don't give a fuck.
right.
Fuck you
But
and
then when
camp.
you get him for your
Yeah.
time to have him, and he like, Dad, I really want to go. Mom said I can't go to this camp because it costs da da da.
I'm gonna be like, all right, come. I'll pick you up. I'll pick you up Friday, bro. Like, come here. Like,
Yeah.
we'll talk. We'll talk. I
Okay.
mean, like,
Because that would be my only objection.
yeah.
Other than that, I agree.
All right. Well, listen. Let us know what y'all think, family. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time. Damn, these are too long.